Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Sami here. Today we are gonna see, what if, neglected Naruto x Kushina Uzumaki, part 2. Hope you'll enjoy this video. So before we start, please subscribe to our channel, and like this video. I do not own this fanfic, and also make sure to check out the author of this fanfic, BLUEDOG1029, and support him for writing this awesome fanfic. Link is in the description. So let's get into the video. Hokage office. 3 people could be seen inside the office at this point in time. One was a child no older than 7 or 8. The second was a fairly tall Anbu operative wearing a white mask with black markings signifying a panther, and the last person was the Hokage himself. And so Naruto was standing on the right of the panther operative facing the old Hokage, who was on the opposite side of the desk in his chair. Hiruzen clearly looked tired and stressed out while Naruto looked sheepish, and the panther operative stood defiant, yet no expression was visible because of his mask. So you're telling me that the orphan you wanted to be your apprentice and bring into Anbu is my own grandson, who may I say certainly is not an orphan? Hiruzen yelled incredulously at the nerve of this Anbu operative. Yes? The Anbu operative answered cautiously. No? The answer is no. Hiruzen answered firmly. But Hiruzen. Panther tried to say. No? I will not put him into that. If he wants to when he's older then I won't stop him, but definitely not right now. Hiruzen declared forcefully. Naruto simply stood there in awkward silence until he had a thought come to mind. Hiruzen, you know how the village treats him. Itachi, and I can't always watch him. It already shows when we aren't there to protect him. A few days ago, as soon as I got there it was already too late. I mean they scared the boy the fuck's sake. I know you have seen his chest. Panther protested fervently. Yes, but Hiruzen saw the Anbu operative's point. Then why not? I will have him report to you whenever you want, and you can call him for physical and mental checkups whenever you feel necessary. Panther reasoned. It's not that simple, Panther Hiruzen said softly, as he saw how strongly the Anbu operative felt about this. No, I think it is Hiruzen. Okay look. You know how I am, I have never once questioned your orders, and I have never done anything against your wishes. So please just trust me on this. Panther begged. Hiruzen simply sighed, and turned towards Naruto. Naruto, is this what you want? Hiruzen asked kindly. Yes, you can't always train me because you're Hokage, and have to work. So this way I won't bother you, and I can still get training. Naruto answered meekly, as he was now in the spotlight. I see, well thank you for thinking that way Naruto, but you are not a bother so you don't have to worry about that. Hiruzen answered. But you are busy. Indeed I am, you would be correct on that one. Hiruzen sighed, and leaned back on his chair. The real problem is your mother Naruto. Hiruzen informed the duo. What? Why? Naruto asked, slightly annoyed. I will have to ask her to sign a few papers to allow you to enter Anbu. No? She won't allow me. You know she never wanted to train me. Why would she ever want me to learn from Anbu? Naruto exclaimed. Naruto, that's not what. Hiruzen tried to stop Naruto from thinking that way, but was interrupted. No Hiruzen, you are forgetting something important. Panther cut in. And what is that? Hiruzen raised an eyebrow. If Naruto was a legal adult then he wouldn't need to ask for his parent or guardian's permission. Panther informed the Hokage and Naruto. How would I do that, Mr. Panther? Naruto asked, as he looked up towards the Anbu operative. You would take the Ninja Academy graduation exam, and if you pass then you become a legal adult along with being a shinobi of the Hidden Leaf Village. Panther explained to Naruto. So that's how Itachi graduated early. Naruto brought his hand to his chin in thought. Indeed, that's also how Kakashi and your father graduated. Hiruzen piped in. Grandpa, can I take it? Naruto asked seriously. Hiruzen sighed, and leaned back once again in his chair seemingly in thought. Please Grandpa. Naruto asked again. Naruto, you know I really don't want you to do this, Hiruzen informed the boy. Grandpa, I know, but I have done everything all my life like how you or my mother wanted, and now I want to do this so I am sorry, but this is what I want, Naruto answered firmly. Hiruzen smiled at the boy before he spoke again. Very well. Panther, go get an academy instructor, and bring them here. Naruto, you stay here with me. Hiruzen ordered, and soon after the Anbu agent bowed, and left in a shunshin. Thank you, Gramps. Naruto bowed slightly towards the Hokage. It is nothing, Naruto. I'm quite proud of you actually. Hiruzen informed the boy. Proud? I thought you didn't want me to do this. Naruto asked curiously. I didn't, but you are going against what others want, and forging your own path. That is what I want you to do. That is what you want to do. And for that I am proud of you. Hiruzen explained. I see, Naruto hummed in understanding. Now I will have to tell you that I am going to be informing your mother that you are dropping out of the Ninja Academy. Hiruzen added, as he saw Naruto sit down on the couch across the room. What? But I'm not dropping out. I'm graduating. Naruto wasn't angry, just confused. Well, when you graduate early you are basically taken out of the academy early to be put on a team, or in your case be put as an apprentice in the Anbu. But it's classified as dropping out, something about it being easier for the academy that way. Hiruzen explained. I see, just don't tell her about Anbu please, Naruto asked politely. I wouldn't dare, Lord knows she wouldn't let you. No parent would actually accept Hiruzen just as Panther returned with the academy instructor in tow. I have brought him, Lord Hokage. Panther returned to his stoic demeanor, as there was somebody else now in the room. Thank you, Panther, you may wait on the couch, as we do this. Panther simply nodded, and walked into the corner where he disappeared into the shadows. Lord Hokage. What do you want? Am I in trouble? The man asked. The man had black hair that went to his shoulders, and a pair of glasses that covered his brown eyes. He wore a standard Chunin uniform, and had wrapping all over his arms. This guy isn't important, no need to remember him. Yes. I guess he didn't tell you. You are going to examine Naruto here for the Ninja Academy graduation ceremony, and I will be your witness. Hiruzen explained, shocking the academy instructor, but nonetheless he abided. Right now? Yes, right now. Alright. And so the instructor brought out a written test from a storage scroll in his flak jacket, and handed it to Naruto, who immediately grabbed a pen from the Hokage's desk, and started filling out the answers. After about 20 minutes Naruto put his pen down, signaling he was finished. Soon after, the instructor asked Naruto to perform the 3 academy jutsus. First was the substitution technique, then was the henge, and finally, Naruto had to create a perfect clone. He performed every jutsu perfectly. Now Naruto was sitting on the couch waiting for the instructor to finish grading the exam. It was an awkward silence, as Hiruzen smoked from his pipe, and Naruto fidgeted on the couch from nervousness. Alright, I am done grading the test. The instructor informed the group. Good. Now what is the result? Hiruzen asked, as he put down his pipe. Well, as you saw, the practical exam was perfect, the problem was the written exam. The results aren't what we really want, but he did pass. He got through barely on the written exam, but that's to be expected considering he's well so young, the instructor told the trio. Yes. Naruto fell back on the couch, obviously happy and relieved. Alright, that is all. I will get young Naruto here with a headband. All I need you to do is inform the front desk so they can put Naruto here into the system, and classify him as a legal adult. Hiruzen explained to the instructor. Right away, Lord Hokage. Is that all? The instructor asked, as he bowed towards Hiruzen. No, that is all, you are dismissed. Hiruzen then ushered him towards the door. As soon as the instructor left the room, Panther came out of the shadows once again. So may I have Naruto as my apprentice? The Panther operative asked. Yes, permission granted. Hiruzen sighed. Good. Naruto, go home, and pack your bags. I will pick you up, as soon as I am done here. The Panther operative commanded Naruto, who jumped up slightly. Pack my bags? Naruto asked confusingly. All Anbu must live in the Anbu HQ if they do not have housing of their own, and that is where I am living, and am in charge of. Panther explained. But I have housed Naruto, and informed the Anbu operative. I know that, but if you are going to be my apprentice, I must be able to see you 24/7, and you are being trained to be Anbu, so it's time to get used to it. Now I have no more questions. I have to talk to Lord Hokage before we go. Panther then ushered Naruto out the door. As soon as Naruto was out of the door, the room dropped several degrees. Alright, I'm guessing you have more questions for me. Panther asked seriously. I have one question, and many warnings. Hiruzen dropped all the loving emotions he had when Naruto was around, and turned stone cold. Then fire away. Why Naruto? Out of everyone in the village, why Naruto? Hiruzen asked, searching for any sign of emotion coming from the Anbu operative. Honestly, I don't know. You don't know? Hiruzen asked incredulously. I just feel pulled towards him, that's all. I'm intrigued by him, I could say. Panther answered truthfully. Fine, I am warning you, and these aren't warnings because of Kushina. No, these are warnings because I love Naruto like my own grandson, and you better protect that child from anything until he is capable enough to protect himself. But that doesn't mean baby him. Hiruzen explained to the Panther Anbu operative. Obviously, do you have any advice for his training? Only considering you have been training him in your free time. Panther asked. As you may have figured out, Naruto is just like his father, a prodigy. But as for training, throw him headfirst into it, and he will pick himself up, and get it down in no time. Also, do you remember when he had a breakdown? When he trained himself to death after Kushina and Mito left? Hiruzen asked seriously. Yes, then you know to beware of idle time. Because he thinks way too much. Keep him busy, whether it's missions, work, or training, keep him busy. I have helped him a little bit so he's not as bad as before, but he still isn't perfect. Got it. I will help him fix that. Is that all? Panther asked. One last thing. Help Naruto become something else. The god amongst men. I know he has the potential to surpass his father, and me already. Lord knows what we will create if you can train and help him correctly. You are dismissed. Hiruzen told the operative. Hiruzen could have swore that if Panther didn't have a mask on, he would have seen a grin full of anticipation as he disappeared into the shadows. Kushina, you better figure out you messed up by now, or figure it out from this. Hiruzen spoke to himself as he brought out a scroll and a pen and started to write. Anbu HQ, Naruto, and Panther appeared in the Anbu headquarters, and immediately Naruto was like a kid in a candy store. He never saw so many Anbu in one place. It was a military-style building. One side of the building was full of dorms, and other living necessities such as bathrooms, kitchens, etc. The remaining side was full of a few massive training grounds, and office buildings, and mission headquarters. Follow me, you will be next to my room. Panther spoke in his normal monotone, as he started walking towards the dorm hallway. Okay. Naruto quickly followed after him. As they were noticing, Naruto couldn't help but see the stars and glances the other Anbu operatives were throwing towards himself and Panther. They were all full of curiosity and confusion, and none of them were full of hate or disgust. We're here. Panther brought Naruto out of his thoughts as they stopped in front of dorm room number 17. Dorm room number 17, which one is your room? Naruto asked. As he looked at the door, it was reinforced oak wood with a silencing seal placed on the top. I'm in number 18 now, go and get situated. We will start training tomorrow. Try not to annoy too many people. After all, I am in charge of you. If you have any questions, come find me. I am a captain though, so don't expect me to be with you 24/7. I only have so much time off from Lord Hokage for the apprenticeship, but that doesn't mean I'm completely free. Panther then opened up his own dorm and walked in, leaving Naruto with a set of keys. Wait, what time tomorrow? Naruto asked hurriedly. You'll know when, was the only answer he got. Was this really a good idea? Naruto spoke to himself as he walked into his dorm. His dorm was bigger than he expected, to say the least. It was basically a studio apartment. There was an open kitchen with a bar counter covering it from the rest of the room, and a bed on the far side of the room with a dresser in front of it, and a desk with a light and seat to the side of it. Between the kitchen and bed was a couch facing a TV on the wall, and a coffee table between the couch and TV. The walls were all pale blue and grey, giving it a plain color palette. There wasn't a window, considering the Anbu HQ was supposed to be a secret building. If you look 10 feet to the left of the TV, you would see a hallway that led to 2 closets and a bathroom. I guess home sweet home, Naruto spoke to himself as he placed his 2 duffel bags full of his things on the couch. Almost immediately after putting his things down, he leaped into the air onto his new bed. Holy crap, this is a cloud, Naruto spoke to himself as he slowly drifted to sleep. Later that day, Naruto slowly started to wake up, not realizing he actually fell asleep. As soon as he looked at the small alarm clock next to his bed, he saw that it said 8:23 p.m. Oh crap. I haven't even explored this place yet. Naruto spoke to himself as he jumped out of bed, still in his clothes from earlier that day. And so Naruto quickly left the room and started his journey through the Anbu HQ. Naruto first looked at the training grounds and saw a few people sparring with each other in Taijutsu and Kenjutsu. Then he saw an Anbu operative meditating in the middle of a lake with a cyclone of water swirling around them. As Naruto stood there in awe in front of the window watching the training ground, he didn't see a certain masked individual approaching him from behind. Boo. The masked person grabbed the unsuspecting Naruto from behind. Jesus, mother of God. Naruto yelled in fear as he swung around as fast as he could. The weasel masked Anbu operative just deadpanned towards Naruto. Oh? Naruto covered his mouth with his hand, realizing his error. Naruto, what would Miss Kushina and Lord Hokage say if they heard you say that? The weasel masked figure asked seriously. It doesn't matter what she thinks. And Gramps doesn't care. Naruto informed Weasel. And what about my mother? The weasel masked Anbu asked curiously. Your mother? Who's that? Naruto was completely clueless as to who he was talking to. Oh? You haven't figured it out. Well, you know her by Auntie Mikoto. The Anbu operative then removed his mask. The Anbu operative was a male around the age of 11 to 12. He had onyx eyes under which were long, pronounced tear troughs. His hair was jet black hair and was pulled back in a low ponytail. Itachi. Naruto yelled and flung to hug the older boy. Yep. Now what was that about? Not caring if my mother hears about what you just said. Itachi asked innocently. I won't say it again. Naruto shuddered at the thought of Mikoto hearing about him swearing. Good. Itachi said, as he ruffled Naruto's hair and smiled towards him. So are you back from your mission then? Naruto asked, as he grabbed and tried to fix where Itachi messed up his hair. Yep, I just got back from debriefing with my captain. Itachi informed the blonde. Cool, Naruto said in awe at Itachi. Now what are you doing here, Naruto? This is a restricted area, and it is hidden from the general populace. So do you mind telling me why you're here? Itachi inquired politely. Oh, you aren't going to believe what happened when Naruto grinned towards the older Uchiha. Oh? And what happened then? Itachi raised an eyebrow. I'm going to be an apprentice. Naruto exclaimed, causing many of the Anbu around them to look towards them. You're joking. Nope. An Anbu captain is making me his apprentice. Naruto said with pride evident in his voice. What? That's even harder to believe. Captains aren't allowed to have apprentices, or at least they never have had one before. Itachi deadpanned once again. Well, I guess I'm special. I guess you're telling the truth. That's the only way you would have gotten in here. Fine then, who's your sensei? Which captain? Itachi questioned. He said to call him Panther. Naruto hesitantly, since he didn't really know what his name was. You're kidding. Itachi obviously didn't believe him. Nope. You can go ask him yourself. His room is right next to mine. Naruto explained. Well, aren't you special, Panther? Itachi finally believed Naruto. Yep. So Anbu? I never knew that was what you wanted to do. I always expected you didn't like staying in the shadows. I don't. It's just the best bet I have to get stronger. Naruto explained. Oh? Do tell why you need to get stronger. Well, I just need to, Naruto answered cryptically. Fine, answer me when you want to, don't answer the one who's known you your entire life. Itachi was hurt. Chen. Naruto simply huffed and looked back at the training Anbu. Oh? And who's the Uchiha here? Itachi inquired in his normally stoic voice. Shut up, Naruto spoke with an evident blush on his face. Okay, now that we have that figured out, why don't we go see your new room? Itachi suggested. Deal. Naruto's dorm. Unbelievable, Itachi muttered to himself as he stood in the center of the room. What is? Naruto asked curiously as he saw the surprised expression on Itachi as he looked around the room. What? You don't realize how lucky you are, Itachi asked incredulously. What? No, this room is 5 times bigger than the usual dorms. Itachi exclaimed. What do you mean? Naruto asked cluelessly. What do I mean? Have you seen the other dorms? No, I just got here a few hours ago and fell asleep right after, Naruto chuckled sheepishly. Haven't you at least wondered why there are community kitchens and bathrooms out there? Or lounges for entertainment for that matter? No, I just thought they were just there. Naruto spoke meekly. Naruto, obviously you're a prodigy if you were picked by Captain Panther as his apprentice, but you really are lagging behind in your common sense department. I'm a little disappointed in you, Naruto. Itachi feigned disappointment. Okay, I get it. I have a really fancy room compared to the others. Finally, now I'm guessing the reason is because you're the apprentice of a captain, but still. Okay, well that's enough talking, do you mind showing me around? I was on my way to adventure, but you kind of showed up. Naruto explained. I would love to be Naruto. And so, for the next hour Itachi showed Naruto around the HQ, and Naruto settled in. The next day early morning, alarms blare. Naruto immediately shot awake in shock. Alarms blare. Naruto immediately shot up looking around for the source of the sound. After searching the room quickly, he had one thought come to mind. We're under attack. Naruto shouted at himself, and threw on his kunai pouch he got from Hiruzen, and a pair of dark pants, and dark long sleeve shirt. He didn't have any ninja gear yet, so he couldn't put that on, so he put what he had on. Boom. Naruto burst through the door in a hurry, and saw. Everything was normal. Naruto spoke to himself, as he saw Anbu walking around like it was a normal day. I see you're up. A voice spoke from behind Naruto. Mr. Panther. Naruto yelled in shock. It's sensei from now on. Panther informed the blonde. Right, what happened? The sirens, where did they go? Naruto asked confusingly. That was your first wake-up call. I'm going to be waking you up at random times to make sure you are completely used to this type of thing. Panther explained. Right, now let's stop wasting time and get on to our first test. The operative informed. Test. Indeed. You are going to be surviving out in the woods by yourself for a week for our first test. Why a test though? The best way to learn is to experience it firsthand. And, as of right now, you need to learn how to survive in the wild. Panther explained. When are we leaving then? Naruto asked curiously. Not we, you, and you alone. Okay, then what can I bring? Only the things you thought of bringing when you thought we were under attack. Panther explained. But that's not enough. Naruto tried to say, but was cut off. No? Now grab my hand. Panther commanded fervently. Okay. Naruto then grabbed his hand, and they disappeared in a shunshin. Unknown force. They both appeared in a swirl of leaves in the middle of a clearing. Whoa, I want to learn how to do that. Naruto stumbled a bit. Hey, since Naruto turned around to look at Panther, but saw nothing. Hey. Don't leave me here without telling me anything. Naruto yelled. Nothing. Dumb new teacher. Naruto cursed to himself as he started to look around and thumbed his kunai pouch. That's when he saw it. An envelope. You're a new pupil. I have left you here for an unknown amount of time. Do I know? No. Do you know? Well, if I don't know, then you definitely don't know. We still need to learn about each other and whatnot. You know, the normal sensei and student relationship. So, if you survive this ordeal, we will get some food and learn about each other. That is if you survive though. So good luck. Make some friends. And don't die or get any fatal wounds. Like I said again. Good luck. Sat in the middle of a clearing of a forest in an unknown corner of the world was a boy around the age of 7 to 8 with bright blonde hair that was colored to a dirtier blonde due to the filth that was inside of it. Okay, what is the plan now? I've been here for 1 day and already lost 2 kunai, and I only found a few berries that Gramps told me were fine for me to eat if I ever needed. Naruto spoke to himself with his eyes closed, sitting cross-legged on a patch of grass. Obviously I need to be more careful with my kunai, and I found that stream earlier that I could use for water. Last night the tree was okay, but I definitely needed somewhere better to stay warm considering how cold it was last night. Naruto started tapping his arm and thought. The problem is food. Once again I'm going to need to build a fire, but I don't know how. Naruto grunted as he stood up. Like they say, there's no better way to learn than by first-hand experience. Naruto exclaimed to himself as he stood up. And so Naruto got up and started walking. First he went to the small stream he found the day before, washed his face, and drank the water, not caring for whatever diseases may be in it. Then he went to a few bushes by the stream, and gathered berries to eat when he got hungry. Once he gathered it all together, he placed them by a tree, and then he went on a hunt for branches and leaves hoping to make a fire. How the heck am I supposed to do this? Naruto mumbled to himself as he stared at the pile of leaves and wood on the ground before him. Okay, I saw this on TV before like this. No, this Naruto spoke to himself as he grabbed a stick and put it between his hands before moving them rapidly to create friction and hopefully start a fire. He did that for a good 5 minutes until he finally gave an exasperated sigh and fell back in defeat. This isn't good, Naruto said aloud to anyone who may hear him. Why did I think somebody would actually hear that? Ugh, I may as well at least look for a cave or something to sleep in. I have what? 7 hours until it's dark out. Naruto got up to start his adventure once again. Naruto adventures through the forest, not really minding his surroundings. Not that there was anything to mind at the moment, considering he was in the middle of nowhere, but you can never be too careful. As he ventured through the forest, Naruto only found a few things of importance: a larger water source that he could probably find fish in, and more berry bushes that seemed safe enough to eat. Damn it. How hard can it be to find one cave? Naruto cursed quite loudly as he sat down on a rock. Naruto closed his eyes and just stayed like that for a few minutes. Okay, maybe I'm just looking too hard. Maybe I just need to sit back, and Naruto leaned back on the rock until he saw a large hill not the size of a mountain, but it was definitely bigger than the Hokage Tower. That's it. Naruto, you genius. Naruto jumped in joy. If you look closely enough at the hill, you would see something about 2/3 up the hill on the side of it. A cave. Shelter, here I come. Naruto cheered as he started a full-on sprint through the forest. Naruto bobbed and weaved through the forest, skillfully dodging every branch and root, not tripping once throughout the entire ordeal. Finally, he made it to the base of the hill. The hill itself was a grassy hill with a few drop-offs, but that was all. It was steep, but not impossible to climb. In all, it was a perfect place to stay for shelter. It was elevated above the trees, so you could see pretty far from above, and if it rained he wouldn't have to worry about it flooding. And so he started to make his way up the hill. This is what Naruto said to himself. He looked around the bland cave that didn't seem too nice to sleep in, let alone live in for the next who knows how long. Better than outside in a tree, Naruto finished as he entered the cave. As he entered the cave, he noticed it went deeper than he thought, but sadly he couldn't see that far down. I guess I'm not going to be adventuring there until I get a fire going. I can't even see 5 feet in front of me, as it is. I definitely need a fire for light and heat. Naruto spoke to himself and went out once again to gather wood, branches, and leaves for a fire. Naruto sat in the cave in front of the pile of firewood for a good few minutes until he gave up for now, since he couldn't figure out how to start the fire. That's when he took out his kunai and started sharpening them by scraping them against each other. That's when it happened. That's it. Naruto jumped up and looked at the 2 kunai in his hand. As soon as he struck the 2 metal blades together, sparks flew through the air. Almost immediately after he witnessed the revelation, he started to set up the firewood and leaves so he could hopefully start a fire. Come on. Naruto spoke to himself as he knelt down beside his makeshift fire pit. Dang it. Naruto cursed to himself as he struck the metal together and nothing happened. Please work. Naruto did it again, but nothing happened. This time Naruto angled the blades differently and struck them together in a scraping motion. Yes. Naruto cheered as sparks flew through the air and landed on the dead leaves he had placed underneath the bigger pieces of wood. Again. Naruto continued this until a small fire lit on the corners of one of the leaves. Now I blow lightly on this, Naruto commanded himself. Yes. I'm doing it. Naruto cheered as he saw all the leaves start to set on fire. Now add a few twigs and branches one by one until the bigger logs catch on fire. And before long Naruto had a full fire on his hands. By the time he finished, though, it was already nighttime, and he couldn't see anything except the parts of the cave illuminated by the fire and the thousands of stars in the sky. I expected it to be lonelier out here. It's strangely relaxing. Naruto spoke to himself as he sat by the fire in relative silence. I guess it's not too different from Konoha. Naruto just sat there staring out of the cave for an hour, until he finally thought it was time to go to sleep. He didn't have a blanket, so he slept dangerously close to the fire for warmth, but he didn't care. It was warm and peaceful to him. Almost immediately Naruto shot awake and grabbed his kunai pouch. It was still the middle of the night, and the only thing he could see was what was illuminated by the fire that was still going strong. But what woke up Naruto? Howl. The sound of multiple wolves howling through the night awoke a frightened Naruto. Those wolves weren't that loud last night. Naruto thought back to when he heard the wolves the night before. Howl. The ear-deafening howls just permeated the silence that was the night. Naruto never went back to sleep after that. He huddled at the side of the cave by the fire, with his kunai pouch hugged to his chest. A few weeks and a half later, Naruto was doing quite well considering the circumstances. He had food, a shelter. He started making more homey with a makeshift futon made out of straw, long grass, and leaves. He even made his fire pit better. Now he surrounded it with stones to keep in the ashes from spreading, and hopefully prevent his bed from catching on fire. He never had any problems with the wolves he heard, but that didn't mean he wasn't afraid of them. In fact, he met one of them 2 days ago. Flashback. A few days earlier, Naruto just entered a clearing in the woods with a dead rabbit in his hands. Now that he had a fire, he could hunt actual animals to cook them, and get more nutrients from his food, and he didn't need to only eat a vegetarian diet. Shuffle. Naruto immediately jerked his head around to look towards the direction he heard the shuffling from. Sensei. Is it you? Did I pass? Naruto hoped it was his sensei. Nothing. Shuffle. Hello? Naruto called out. Almost immediately after Naruto called out, something came out of the bushes. A massive gray and black wolf walked out slowly in caution. The speed it came out only added to its already intimidating aura. Oh crap, Naruto spoke to himself in horror. The wolf simply stared at the boy for a few moments before its eyes set on Naruto's hand, right where Naruto's dinner was, a rabbit. It was a relatively silent exchange for a few moments, as human and wolf stared at each other in curiosity and caution. Growl. The wolf bared his teeth and growled towards Naruto, or more specifically his hand. Well, boy, Naruto took a step back and brought his hand out, hoping to calm the beast. Growl. The wolf took a step forward as it crouched down, as if it was waiting to fight. Wait. Calm. Is this what you want? Naruto asked, as he swung around the dead rabbit. And just as he thought, the wolf's eyes followed the dead rabbit throughout the entire exchange. Here. Take it. Naruto threw the rabbit towards the wolf, hoping to ward it off. The wolf simply sniffed the rabbit for a few moments before it looked back up at Naruto. It's yours, Naruto spoke meekly. The wolf simply didn't move for a brief moment until he grabbed the rabbit in its mouth and ran back into the bushes. Thump. Naruto fell back onto his bottom. That was scary, Naruto thought to himself. Sure, he could have used his kunai to attack the wolf, but who knows if it would have killed it, and already he only had a few kunai, and there could have been more wolves for all he knew, and Hiruzen always told him to only kill when necessary, and only kill animals. When you are going to use every bit of the animal, you shouldn't waste it dead. And Naruto had no use for a dead wolf at the moment. That was the only time Naruto ran in with a wolf throughout his entire stay so far. End of flashback. Ever since that, Naruto never had any notable occurrences. One thing he did realize after that spectacle was that this wasn't a field trip. No, this was the wilderness, where everything is wild, and it doesn't go by the rules of urban civilization. It was scary to Naruto. After that point, he realized the dangers of it, and the inhabitants that lived in it, and most of all he learned, there are no rules out there. In his own strange way, he liked it out here in the middle nowhere. He felt free. He felt like nobody could hold him back like he felt in the village. He felt truly alive. Scared, but alive. But now it was night, and Naruto was sitting in his cave poking a stick around in the fire, watching the sparks fly through the night sky. He had the same clothes as when he first arrived, except now his clothes were more rugged and worn out. He seemed to have added some larger leaves around his forearms and shins, seemingly for extra warmth in the cold. He also made a makeshift spear by finding a large branch that didn't curve, and then he strapped one of his kunai to the end with a bunch of vines he found and twined together. It took 2 days to get used to, but nevertheless he got the basics of how to throw a spear. Now why would he need a spear? Because he was getting tired of small prey like rabbits and squirrels. He was hoping he could kill a deer with a spear, since a kunai wouldn't be the best weapon against a deer considering their thick hide, and the kunai would need to penetrate much deeper, and at the moment Naruto didn't have that kind of strength. He was hoping that the spear would work, but sadly for him he hasn't gotten the chance to test it out yet. Well, he did, but he missed altogether. But he at least got to use the spear for fishing. It was way easier using the spear than his hands, or simply holding the kunai in his hand. Naruto was shocked out of his trance when he heard rapid steps coming towards him, or at least it sounded like that from where he was in the cave. Immediately he stood up, put his kunai pouch on, which only had 6 kunai left, and then he picked up his spear, and stood ready at the entrance of the cave, with the fire illuminating just far enough for Naruto to see the bottom of the hill where the noises came from. Shuffle. Immediately Naruto snapped his head towards the right of the brush, where there were a few bushes overshadowed by a tree. Whoosh. A decent-sized deer leaped over the brush, and through the small opening in the woods. It simply stood there for a short second, moving its head around, listening, and looking for something before leaping off again back into the opposite world. Naruto stood there for a second until he thought of something. He hadn't eaten anything after lunch today, and he wasn't planning on it, but this was a perfect opportunity to actually get a deer, and hopefully use his spear, since he didn't want to lose any more kunai. So, without a second thought about why the deer was running, Naruto sprinted after the deer, as fast as he could. Naruto bobbed and weaved through the woods, as skillfully as he could, follow the deer, as fast as he could. Sadly for Naruto, and thankfully for the deer, Naruto still didn't know how to reinforce himself with chakra, so he could run faster than the average civilian. Sure, Naruto was faster than anyone else his age, but faster than a perfectly healthy deer. That's a stretch for most people. And so he chased after the deer for a good 10 minutes, until he noticed the terrain to start to change. The trees got fewer, the trees also started to lose their life, and the ground got rougher and more rocky, but that didn't matter to him. He was so close to his target. Yes. It's right there. Naruto whispered to himself. Right after he said that, the deer disappeared, as he leaped over a bush, and out of Naruto's sight. Naruto thought that this was his chance, so with a makeshift spear in hand, he sprinted faster than he already was running, and he forced his legs to bend, and then jump at incredible speeds over the brush. Everything was bright for a moment as Naruto emerged from the forest, but he quickly regained his vision and thoughts. All around him was stone and gravel. The forest cut off sharply where Naruto jumped out of, and no longer was the lush blossoming forest he was just in. But Naruto quickly shook that thought off as he searched around for the deer he was in the middle of hunting. Nothing. Completely nothing. As if it just up and vanished from thin air. But it was right there though. Naruto spoke to himself in disbelief. He continued to spin around looking for any signs of where he went, but that was when he heard it. Growl. He stiffened almost instantaneously as he heard the growls and snarls. But this wasn't like when he heard it the first time. No, there were multiple of them. Naruto immediately shifted himself to point towards where he heard the growls coming from. The forest. His only escape was through the forest, and right about now it had who knows how many wolves waiting for him. Last time I just gave them back their prey, and that worked. Now I scared away their prey. Naruto spoke to himself in horror as realization dawned on him. He was now their prey. All of a sudden 4 wolves emerged from the brush. 2 were black with a little white, 1 was gray, and the 4th was the smallest, and most likely the youngest. It was dirty brown and white, or at least that's what they looked like in limited light coming from the moon in the night sky. Damn it. Naruto started backing away slightly, never moving his eyes from the 4 beasts. All 4 wolves lowered their heads and increased their snarls as they prepared to attack. Naruto knew he couldn't fight them all at once, so he only had one choice. Run. The problem was that he couldn't outrun them. So he made up his choice, run. He turned and sprinted as fast as he could, flinging his head side to side just to find an escape or somewhere to be safe at the least. There. Naruto cried out in relief as he saw on top of a small steep rock platform was a tree completely void of life, but it was somewhere tall enough for Naruto to wait it out on. Naruto continued to run as fast as he could towards the tree. That's when it happened. Naruto looked behind himself to see where the wolves were. Unluckily or luckily, Naruto turned back just in time to see the large black and white wolf leaping in the air towards him. Naruto swung around and put his makeshift spear to block the beast, but the beast's momentum took Naruto down to the ground with the wolf on top of him. The wolf snarled on top of Naruto as Naruto's spear was in the beast's mouth. Naruto used both of his hands to hold the spear away from himself, but it was a losing battle. Crack. The spear was cracking under the pressure of both the wolf's biting strength and its pushing force. Snap. The spear snapped completely, and the wolf seized Naruto's neck, but right before the wolf could rip out Naruto's jugular, Naruto used the broken spear and stabbed it into the wolf's side. Whimper. The wolf leaped back slightly in pain. Naruto used that time and picked himself and jumped back up right before the other wolves caught up and pounced on him. Naruto sprinted towards his only salvation, the tree on the hill, but not before the gray wolf leaped towards Naruto. This time the wolf didn't grab Naruto. The wolf missed and got hold of Naruto's kunai pouch. Naruto didn't even have time to curse himself before he started leaping up the steep rock formation that housed the tree. Damn it. Naruto cursed to himself as he neared the tree. He was there. His salvation. He took one leap up, and then he was dragged back down. The dirty brown and white wolf grabbed his leg mid-leap and didn't let him go up any further. Let go. Naruto yelled as he dangled from the tree. Naruto hung desperately to the branch he barely got a hold of before he fell. But the wolf simply kept shaking and thrashing around trying to get Naruto down the tree. Stop. Naruto screamed as he continued to try and kick the wolf. The wolf never stopped, and it wasn't for naught. Naruto lost his hold on the branch and fell down the tree. He landed on his back with a loud thud. No. Naruto yelled as the wolf bit onto his thigh, now that Naruto was on the ground. Naruto grit his teeth through the pain and looked around for anything to use as a weapon, since his kunai pouch was nowhere to be found. Ah! Naruto screamed as the wolf continued to attack at his leg. That's when Naruto found it, a boulder the size of a football. With all the strength Naruto could muster, he swung the boulder that was above his head straight towards the wolf. Whimper. The wolf flew back with a loud whine whimper as Naruto bashed the rock at the wolf's head. The wolf fell down the steep rock formation and landed in front of the other 2 wolves who hadn't made it up the formation yet. They stared at their fallen comrade for a moment before looking up at Naruto. Naruto could have sworn he saw an emotion in their eyes at that moment. Fear. He could have sworn he saw fear in their eyes as they stared up at his silhouette barely illuminated in the moonlight. His thoughts were only confirmed when the 2 remaining wolves turned around and lightly jogged back to their 3rd member that Naruto stabbed. After they got to him, the 2 wolves ran towards the forest while the black and white wolf Naruto stabbed simply limped behind them. But Naruto was confused. They left the dirty brown and white wolf. Naruto slowly made his way down the rock formation with rock in hand as a weapon. As he neared the wolf, he felt his anger and frustration start to boil and erupt from within, slowly taking control. He kneeled next to the unconscious wolf. He stared at it for a second. Then he slowly raised both hands, boulder in between them. He trembled as he looked down at the fallen wolf. Then he swung, intending to finish the job. Then he missed. Ah! Naruto cried out, as tears welled from his eyes. All his frustration poured out. He never worried once after he was dropped off in the middle of nowhere, but now all his stress and anxieties poured out, and he was about to take it out on an innocent creature that couldn't even harm him anymore. "I'm sorry," Naruto choked out, as he cried above the fallen wolf. "I'm so sorry," Naruto wailed. He couldn't believe himself. He couldn't forgive himself. But he could try and remedy his mistake. So slowly Naruto slid his hands under the fallen wolf and picked him up. He knew how to increase his strength to an extent from the short lesson he had from Hiruzen, but that didn't mean the wolf wasn't still heavy for his small body. And so slowly Naruto limped through the forest trying to get back to his cave to try and heal the wolf. After all, it was his only way to redeem himself in his eyes. The next morning, as the sun rose, Naruto winced and squinted his eyes. He hadn't slept once the entire night just in case the wolf woke back up. He may have needed to redeem himself, but that didn't mean he would be dumb enough to be defenseless with the wolf, who he didn't even know what the extent of its injuries were, and if he would wake up to a wolf's jaws crushing his neck. The wolf never woke up throughout the night, so Naruto couldn't really see what the damage was, and if Naruto could even try and help it, or if it would be more merciful to just put the animal down. Hell, Naruto didn't even know if the wolf would wake up. The only reaction that the wolf showed that it was still alive was the steady breathing and occasional whine during the night. Growl. Naruto's head whipped round towards the wolf. The wolf was awake, and Naruto didn't even notice it. Naruto didn't know what to do with the wolf. It's not like this is a regular occurrence. Growled. The wolf didn't stand up, it just laid there and growled at Naruto. "It's okay. I'm not going to hurt you." Naruto tried to calm the beast. The wolf stopped growling this time, but it stared at Naruto, refusing to break eye contact. "See? I'm not going to hurt you." Naruto slowly brought his hand towards the wolf. Growl. The wolf opened its mouth and snapped towards Naruto's hand in a form of defense, still not standing up. "Okay, so you don't trust me then?" Naruto held his hand protectively. "Do you want food?" Naruto asked. "Nothing. I shouldn't expect an animal to understand me that easily anyway. I may as well go get breakfast then." And so Naruto carefully backed away from the wolf and grabbed his kunai pouch that he retrieved after the wolf encounter, and a makeshift bowl he made from wood for water, just in case the wolf wanted water. "Well, if you're gone when I'm back, then I guess my job will be done," Naruto spoke to the wolf as he left the cave. 20 minutes later, Naruto just finished getting water from the stream by the cave, and now he was heading back to the cave to feed the wolf and hopefully gain its trust. As he entered the cave, the wolf was still there, except he was a foot or two away from where he was originally laying. Naruto shrugged it off and figured the wolf couldn't walk and attempted to, only to fall back down. But that was when Naruto noticed something about the wolf that he didn't notice before in the darkness. The wolf wasn't brown and white. It was a pure white-colored wolf. The only reason it looked brown was because of the dirt and mud stuck to its coat and body. And then its eyes. Naruto marveled at the eyes. Just like how everyone else marveled at Naruto's eyes, Naruto marveled at the wolf's eyes. They were blue. Pure ocean-colored blue. While Naruto spoke to himself in awe, the wolf simply stared at Naruto in return. "Do you want food? Or water?" Naruto asked, not really expecting an answer. "Nothing. Here." Naruto cut the rabbit he acquired in half and brought it towards the wolf. Growl. The wolf growled at Naruto, still not letting him get anywhere near it, not even for food. "Okay, I guess not." Naruto flung his hand back in fear. But that's when he saw the wolf look longingly towards the piece of meat. Naruto moved his hand to the left, then the right. The wolf followed the food every time and licked its lips in want. "Here you go. I know you don't trust me to get close, so here." Naruto gently tossed a piece of meat towards the wolf. The wolf growled slightly, thinking Naruto was attacking it, but quieted down once the meat stopped in front of the wolf. Sniff. The wolf smelled the meat for a few seconds before it scarfed it down faster than Naruto has ever seen anything eat before. Once it was finished, it relaxed slightly, but Naruto could tell it was still very on edge. "I know you're scared, but I don't want to harm you. I'm trying to help you. I almost did something bad, so this is my way of making it up to you," Naruto told the wolf. They would simply stare back at Naruto with an unreadable look on his face. "Okay, you can't understand me yet. Well, do you want water?" Naruto asked curiously, as he lifted the bowl of water towards the wolf. Snarl. Once again, the wolf growled and snarled as Naruto neared it. As soon as Naruto snapped back, he spilled some water and quickly cursed himself. "Okay, what did I read in that one animal book before?" Naruto asked himself, deep in thought. "That's it." Naruto cheered to himself as he thought of it. Naruto once again brought the bowl towards the wolf. Growl. Naruto didn't falter this time, as he brought the bowl closer to the wolf. "Don't show fear, and it won't feel like it can attack you," Naruto told himself, repeating what he read in a book before. Growl. The growling and snarling only got more intense as Naruto neared. Finally, about a foot and a half in front of the wolf, Naruto gently placed the bowl down and slowly backed away. "Phew, that wasn't nice," Naruto breathed out in relief, not even realizing he had his breath held the entire time. This time the wolf slowly inched itself towards the bowl of water, clearly intent on seeing what it was. As soon as the wolf arrived at the bowl, it sniffed it a few times before it eagerly gulped it all down. Naruto simply smiled, seeing that he somehow could help the wolf, and eagerly hoped he could gain the wolf's trust. I'm gonna go out and work on my taijutsu, and hopefully make another spear now, so do whatever you want. Naruto spoke to the wolf calmly, as he picked up his kunai pouch, and walked out the cave. The wolf simply stared at Naruto, as he left, and once Naruto was out of sight the wolf relaxed, and went back to sleep. A few days later, the days went by slowly for Naruto. The wolf has yet to walk. Naruto realized that one of the wolf's injuries was his left rear leg, and his left leg, how you may ask. The wolf tried to stand 2 days ago, and he wobbled for a second before he collapsed to his left, and it hasn't tried again yet. Thankfully though, the wolf trusts Naruto to an extent. Naruto can now hand the food and water to the wolf, and Naruto can get near the wolf without the wolf growling or attacking. Now can Naruto touch the wolf? Naruto hasn't dared to try yet, but he needed to try, and today may be that day. He didn't know a lot about healing, except for what he read, and was taught by Hiruzen, but if he could at least see where the wolf was injured, he could maybe make a splint or do whatever he can do to hopefully help the healing or take the pain away. So how are you doing? Naruto spoke aloud. This became a regular thing the past few days. Naruto would make conversation with the wolf, even though the wolf couldn't understand him yet, but the wolf did now understand what food and water was. The wolf would grunt in response for a yes whenever Naruto asked if he wanted food or water. Bad? Yeah, I could tell, Naruto answered for the wolf. Naruto didn't know if he really could or not, but he could swear he could understand the beast by simply seeing his body. Every simple posture meant something to him, or at least that's what he thought. He didn't really get any confirmation about that yet. Do you trust me yet? Naruto asked, as he looked back at the wolf still resting in the corner of the cave opposite Naruto. No response. What was that? Naruto asked again. One would think Naruto was insane for talking to the beast like it was a human, but I mean, come on. He was just like any other child his age who would talk to their own dog. Just Naruto's dog was a wild animal born and raised to kill and hunt anything alive, and it did try to kill Naruto, but that was beside the point. Fine, I'll see for myself, Naruto told the wolf, as he propped himself up, and then stood up. Naruto then slowly walked towards the wolf, trying not to cause any distress or anxiety. The wolf simply looked at him curiously and cautiously, since he didn't have any food or water like usual. And the wolf simply stared up at Naruto, as he stopped in front of the wolf, and stared down. He stared at the wolf for a second, and subconsciously gulped in nervousness. What if the wolf didn't trust him? What if he loses all the trust he worked so hard to gain? What if? Naruto refused to think farther than that. It was now or never. So he reached, flexed his hand and arm, subconsciously preparing for a jaw clamping around his arm with teeth penetrating the skin. And then he felt it. Soft, soft, fur. Well, Naruto said in awe, as even though the wolf was covered in dirt and mud, the fur was soft, scarily soft. There was no growl, no snarl, no baring of teeth. Simply a curious stare coming from the wolf. Ha 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 ha. If you trusted me this much already, why was I scared? Naruto chuckled to himself, as he sat next to the wolf in relief. He could feel the wolf wasn't really comfortable yet, so Naruto released his hand and simply stared at the wolf. The wolf trusted him enough to let him touch him, but that didn't mean he liked Naruto yet. Okay, Wolfie. I don't want to hurt you, but I think I need to see your injuries. Naruto called the wolf, Wolfie, as he didn't have a name for the beast yet, nor was he planning for a name. He knew giving it a name would mean getting attached to the beast, and Naruto didn't want to get attached to the animal, since he didn't expect to know the wolf for long. It would only hurt more when he finally left. Can you trust me to touch you again? It's to hopefully help you, Naruto spoke calmly towards the wolf. Naruto could have sworn he saw the wolf not give his consent. So, Naruto gently brought his hands along the wolf's body, and went to work. The right 2 legs were fine, and the wolf didn't care. There was one rib Naruto thought may have been considering. He heard the wolf whimper as he applied pressure, but broken ribs usually healed by themselves unless they were major, and considering the wolf was doing fine this far along, he figured it was fine. Not that he could do anything about a broken rib. Now it was time to the left side. Growl. Naruto didn't jump from the growl like before, but he did know this was where the worst injury probably was. The wolf didn't attempt to attack Naruto. No, the beast was simply warning Naruto that's where the worst injury was. Naruto simply put that leg off for now, and wanted to see if anything else was badly injured like this leg. The other leg made the wolf whimper, but nothing more. Naruto figured that leg was either sprained or bruised. After that, nothing else made any visible reaction occur from the beast. Damn it, Naruto cursed to himself, as he shook his nervousness out, as he was about to go for his badly injured leg again. Please trust me, Wolfie, this is for your own good. Naruto pleaded, as he zeroed in on the leg. Growl. Naruto heard the light growl, but trusted that the wolf wouldn't attack him, hopefully. Naruto gently rubbed across the wolf's leg to hopefully find the problem. The hip was fine. The knee was fine. That's when he found it. Growl. The growl got slightly louder and more alarming. The wolf's fibula, leg bone, was broken. From what Naruto could feel, he could tell it was most likely a clean break. That would make this easier, but he still had to reset the bone, and the wolf definitely wouldn't like that. Okay, Wolfie, this is going to hurt a lot, please bear with it. I'm only trying to help you, Naruto spoke calmly. Naruto quickly went back to his makeshift feuding, and grabbed a bunch of sticks and makeshift ropes he created from vines. Once he got everything, he made his way back to the injured wolf and kneeled next to it. Okay, I'm going to do this as fast as I can. Naruto spoke to the wolf. The wolf simply stared back. Growl. The wolf's growls intensified by a large margin as Naruto grabbed the broken bone by both ends. Growl. The wolf was snarling and growling as Naruto applied more pressure through his fingers and hands. Sorry. Naruto managed to say before the inevitable happened. Snap. Roar. As soon as Naruto reset the bone, the wolf let out an unearthly roar as it spun around and latched his jaw around Naruto's arm. Naruto didn't have time to move, so he simply grit his teeth and prepared for the worst. But it never happened. Ha. Naruto opened his eyes and looked down. The wolf had its mouth around Naruto's forearm, but it didn't bite down. It gently brought its jaw off of Naruto and then licked Naruto's arm, thankfully. That's what Naruto thought it was for. All Naruto could think that happened was that the wolf quickly realized that Naruto fixed its leg, and he wasn't trying to hurt him. The wolf simply continued to lick Naruto's arm, as Naruto breathed out a sigh of relief. Oh, thank you, Naruto kindly spoke to the wolf. The wolf simply looked up at him and licked Naruto's arm again. Okay, I'm gonna make a splint for you now, I hope it works. Naruto explained as he gathered his sticks and makeshift rope. It wasn't the best of splints, but it got the job done, and considering the circumstances, Naruto thought it wasn't too shabby. There? Naruto exclaimed as he marveled at his work around the wolf's leg. The wolf simply lifted its head and looked at the splint for a second, and then it put its head back down and rested again. I guess you don't really care too much, do you? Naruto sighed in defeat. Well, I better go get food. Naruto cheered as he got up, grabbed his spear, and went on his way out of the cave. A few days later, it got a lot colder lately. The animals were scarcer. It was harder for Naruto to move around due to the cold winds, but nevertheless he did it. The wolf still hadn't gotten up yet, but Naruto was sure he would soon. After all, he read somewhere that animals heal faster than humans, and if it was a clean break like Naruto initially thought, then it could be good enough to walk on any day now. But now, Naruto was shivering in his makeshift feuding. Not even the warmth emanating from the fire was enough to keep Naruto warm. He needed something else. He had a thin blanket of leaves and grass he gathered, but that was all, and it didn't stop the wind from flowing through it. The wolf. It stared at Naruto as it heard the shivering permeate the nighttime air. Naruto was already asleep thankfully, but his body subconsciously shivered a second. That's when the wolf flexed its muscles and stood up. It took one step cautiously, seemingly to test the waters. Then another, and another, and so it slowly limped around the fire and arrived at its destination, Naruto's bed. It gently used its snout to burrow through the leaves and grass until it burrowed enough to lay next to Naruto. Naruto in his sleep snaked an arm around the wolf for more warmth. The wolf flinched from the sudden contact, but nevertheless relaxed next to Naruto. The bizarre friendship was being born. The next morning, Naruto woke up warm. That was surprising. That's when he looked for the source of the heat, and he saw a coat of dirty white fur. He jumped back in shock and sent leaves and grass flying everywhere. What the? Naruto exclaimed. The wolf lifted its head out of the leaf pile, leaves gently resting on top of it. It simply stared at Naruto in curiosity once again. You moved. Wait, you slept with me? Naruto asked confusingly. The wolf simply stared back, but Naruto interpreted that as, you helped me stay warm. Because I was shivering all night. Naruto cheered. Stare. Oh, you're the best you ever walked. Naruto exclaimed as he rushed back at the wolf and hugged it. The wolf stiffened at first, but quickly relaxed and licked Naruto on the side of the face. Oh, is it going to be more fun for Naruto now? A week and a half later, Naruto was currently running through the rainy forest with a pure white wolf close behind. The wolf started going with Naruto on his hunts. Granted, the wolf wasn't much help the first few days, considering he just started to walk again, and he was still limping, but now he could lightly jog, which was enough to keep up with Naruto, considering neither of them were trying to go that fast. Naruto and the wolf were currently trying to return to the cave after they went bathing in the river and hunting a few rabbits. To say Naruto was shocked would be an understatement when he saw the wolf's coat completely clean. The fur was white as snow and unblemished as long as it was clean. But shortly after their bath it started to rain, and now they were rushing home with their food. Come on, Wolfie. Naruto cheered as leaped through the forest, not caring for the slippery ground. Bark. The wolf returned as it followed close behind Naruto. We can cook these rabbits and have a feast fit for kings. Naruto laughed as he ran through the forest. The wolf didn't answer that one, but Naruto could tell it was hungry just like himself. That's when it happened. Ah! Naruto tripped over something. Snap, crunch. Naruto cried out as he tumbled across the ground. Naruto's foot got stuck between a crevasse in the ground and a root, and Naruto didn't tell before well. Naruto screamed as he looked down at his leg. No, this can't be happening. Naruto screamed in horror. His leg was snapped the wrong way right above the ankle. The wolf immediately rushed towards Naruto to see what happened. Damn it. It's over. Please. No. Naruto cried out, as he didn't know what to do. The pain was unbearable, and he couldn't move. He now knew what the wolf felt just a few days ago. Gah! Naruto jerked, as he pulled his hand back from the brick. He hovered his hands all around trying to think of what to do. That's when he heard it. Just when I come back to check on you, you somehow break your ankle. Really? Kyuubi spoke out of nowhere. Ah! Naruto whimpered, not hearing the voice at all through all the pain. Thankfully he had adrenaline pumping through his body at the moment, so it numbed some of the pain, but it still hurt a lot more than he could take. Naruto. Gah! It hurts. What should I do? Naruto yelled for anyone. The wolf simply stared helplessly at Naruto. You know I can help. The nine-tailed fox continued to speak. I'm gonna die. Anyone. Please. Naruto roared through the ring. Boy. The great fox finally lost his patience, and yelled. Kyuubi. Naruto stuttered due to the pain. Yes. Now do you want my help or not? Why do you want to help me? Didn't you already fulfill your duties? Naruto asked through pants. I was coming to check up on you when I noticed you screaming to the heavens for help, so I thought you could use some fox answers, not completely sure by the end. I don't care. Please help. I don't know what to do. Naruto answered. Very well, let me check. Alright, it's a clean break, so you should be able to reset it, but... Naruto asked quickly. As you are at the moment, you physically cannot reset it yourself. Your muscles will not work, and your body will automatically stop you from touching or attempting to do anything to make any more damage than already caused. Fox explained. Then what do I do? Naruto questioned urgently. Do you see anywhere where you can use it as leverage to hold your ankle in place? Fox asked seriously. Naruto quickly looked around to see anywhere like what he was told. Then he found it. It was two boulders that stood against each other, but at the top it was shaped as a V, perfect to set his ankle in, like the Kyuubi informed. Wolfie, could you please help me? Naruto asked, as he gestured for the wolf to come closer. The wolf quickly came to assist Naruto, and Naruto used the wolf as a balancer and crouched, slowly hobbling to the crevasse he found between the boulders. Alright. I have it there. Naruto winced as he placed his leg there. Alright, now once you do this I can handle the rest. Thankfully, thanks to you becoming a demon, your healing will increase, and with me in here that makes it even better. Not to mention your Uzumaki bloodline. Alright, I get it. What do I do now? Naruto asked urgently. Right. Set it so the break is set right between the stones. Alright. Done. Naruto exclaimed in pain. Now this part is going to hurt like a lot. Fox warned the boy. What should I do? Parry, twist your entire body to the left, as fast as you can, don't think. The fox commanded. Crunch. Naruto screamed, as loud as he could. I warned you. Oh, come on. Calm down. Here, I'll help you. The fox spoke, as hot feeling filled his leg, and took away the pain for the most part. All that was left was a stinging feeling. What the? Be happy I took away the pain for the time being. Now hurry, and get back to wherever you are staying. The fox ordered. What happened? Naruto asked, not sure of what just happened. What happened? You just reset your bone, that's what happened. How? When I told you to twist as fast as you could, it was to use your body weight to forcefully move the bone back into place. Now I use my help from inside you to do most of that, but you did go through the pain, so what about the hot feeling in my leg? Just a little help for the pain. Okay, now get back to your cave you call home, and make a splint. The fastest I can heal this is a week or two, so the faster you get a splint on this the better. Alright. Would you please help me again, Wolfie? Naruto asked, as he gently brought his leg out of the crevasse. Whine. The beast came to Naruto, and gently licked his cheek in worry. I'm fine. Let's go back to the cave, Naruto spoke to. And so Naruto hopped with one foot through the forest using a wolf to help him. Why did you help me? Why? Because I wanted to. That's all. You felt me in distress, and you came to help. I thought you were the one who said don't do anything that you don't gain from. I did. But I didn't come because I felt your distress. Then why did you come? I was coming to tell you something, and I conveniently stumbled across you breaking your ankles. Tell me something. I'll tell you some other time. Now I'm going to go back to sleep. I'll help fix your ankle in time, but make sure you don't do anything stupid. Okay, that was weird. Naruto spoke to himself, as he entered the cave with the wolf by his side. I heard that. And so Naruto made a splint, and put his leg in an elevated position to keep the swelling down. Now I'm like you, Wolfie. We both broke our legs. Naruto spoke sadly towards the wolf. The wolf simply licked Naruto's cheek in return. That was the start of a long few days. 2 weeks later, Naruto was bedbound the past 2 weeks. He got up, and limped around yesterday, and today, but it still hurt to apply pressure. How did he get food? It was simple. The wolf somehow understood Naruto, and went out hunting on its own, and brought back rabbits. What did Naruto do? Simply laid around all day, and watched the forest from the opening of the cave. It was boring, sure, but it wasn't too different from the other days. The only thing really too different was Naruto's training. He couldn't exactly do taijutsu with a broken leg. The Kyuubi never came back to talk with Naruto again, or tell him what it originally planned on telling Naruto when it found Naruto when he broke his ankle, but Naruto was just thankful it helped. Right now, Wolfie was out on a hunt looking for food for Naruto and itself. Naruto didn't really worry about the wolf leaving him because he had a feeling the wolf wouldn't leave until they were both ready. But that was just a hunch. Roar. A loud guttural roar erupted from the forest and caused dozens of birds to erupt from the trees. What Naruto spoke to himself, as he never heard anything like that before in his entire stay in the forest. Howl, Wolfie. Naruto recognized the second howl and barked. The first was way too deep for the wolf, but the second was no doubt his friend. Whimper. Naruto heard Wolfie whine, and immediately he thought the worst. Wolfie. Naruto sprung up and limped towards his feet and where his spear lay. Okay, channel chakra into your legs like you would when you raise your strength, then let it flow freely and swiftly through. Naruto remembered what he read in his books about using chakra to reinforce your legs. Gah! Naruto grit his teeth as he took a jump down the hill out of his cave. It still hurt every other step, but he could tell it was probably solid enough for him to limp towards his destination, probably. Roar. He heard the same roar again, and quickened his pace trying to disregard the pain from his leg entirely. Whine. He heard the wolf cry out. Wolfie. Naruto cried, as he erupted through the brush. The scene in front of him horrified him. A massive male grizzly bear standing above his pure white wolf now with blood staining its white coat. No. Naruto screamed. The grizzly bear had one of its massive paws on the wolf's side pinning it down. Roar. The bear roared, as it brought its mouth towards the thrashing wolf's neck, intending on breaking its neck. That's when everything froze for Naruto. He needed to act. The bear still didn't see him. He could run. No. He wouldn't leave his companion behind. Let go. Naruto roared. Naruto reared back his spear arm, and let it soar. The makeshift spear flew through the air at incredible speeds. Then it hit. Straight in the bear's neck. I did it. I hit the target. Naruto cheered, as he finally used his spear, and hit something. Granted it was a massive grizzly bear, but that didn't matter at the time. He saved his companion, or at least that's what he thought. Roar. The bear turned its attention towards the Naruto spear still embedded in its neck. Oh no. Naruto cursed to himself, as he backed away slightly. The bear slowly took a step towards Naruto, letting the wolf free. Howl. The wolf tried to get the bear's attention again, but nothing worked. The bear was dead set on Naruto now. Roar. The bear started running towards Naruto. Ah. Naruto closed his eyes, and waited for the inevitable, as he had no weapons, and he couldn't run. He waited. He braced. He prepared. Snap. Nothing happened. All he heard was a sickening snap reverberate through the woods. Ha. Looked up in question. And before him was Kachan. Naruto questioned, as he saw chakra chains wrapped around the bear, and the bear's neck broken. The bear just hung limply in the chains. Kachan. That's when Naruto noticed these weren't his Kachan's chakra chains. Kushina's were a silvery white chain. These were black with a purple ore. That's when Naruto followed the chains. I did it. I used Kachan's chain thingies. Naruto exclaimed, as saw the chains erupted from his back. Bark. The wolf came over to Naruto to check on him. Wolfie. Are you okay? Naruto asked urgently. Whine. The wolf has a scratch on its right thigh, but that was seemingly all. Oh thank God. Naruto hugged the wolf in relief. The wolf simply nuzzled its head to Naruto's cheek in return. Let's go home, and take this guy with us. Maybe we can make a bearskin blanket. Naruto exclaimed in joy. The wolf simply yipped in response. A week and a half later, Naruto finally got up to how he was before thanks to the fox and his natural healing factors, but he didn't care. He was just happy he could be up again. Nothing major happened after the bear incident, just a normal hunt, drink, and bathe. But that didn't mean nothing more would happen. Currently Naruto and the wolf were staring at the moon. It was currently a full moon, and it illuminated the entire forest below. Howl. The wolf howled next to Naruto on the moon. This wasn't the first time the wolf did that, and to be quite honest, Naruto liked it. He sounded nice to him. They never got an answer to the wolf's howls, but it was still nice. Howl. Nothing. Maybe next time they will answer. Will. Naruto answered only to be cut off. Howl, 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 howl. Dozens of howls were heard throughout the night. Immediately the wolf's ears perked up and stood up. Naruto didn't waste any time, and he sprung up and grabbed his spear and kunai pouch and prepared to leave. Howl. With that howl, the wolf and boy leaped out of the cave towards the sounds. Naruto knew the wolf would want to return to his pack, and he never thought of not letting it. That would just be cruel to disallow that. And so, Naruto quickly sprinted through the forest right behind the wolf. Naruto paid extra attention to his stepping this time though, since he didn't want to risk another broken leg. Howl. They continued to hear multiple howls throughout the night sky. Was Naruto worried? No, he trusted his friend could keep him safe from the other wolves, hoping his friend could do that. All of a sudden all of the howls stopped, and the wolf and boy stopped in the middle of a clearing. Wolfie? What happened? Naruto stopped, as he noticed something. There were things all around him. In the woods, in the bush. Everywhere. Growl. He heard multiple of the beast's growls. Growl. Naruto's companion growled back, not faltering. Bark. All of a sudden, a massive black and gray wolf came out of the brush. Naruto remembered the first wolf he saw back when he was hunting rabbits. The massive wolf simply walked towards Wolfie and sniffed the wolf for a second. Shortly after, it seemed happy to see them. howl. The wolf howled towards the moon, and all of a sudden, dozens more wolves emerged from the brush and joined in. Sniff. Naruto teared up slightly, as he knew his companion was leaving him. The wolf simply came up to Naruto and nudged him with his head. I know, Wolfie, I shouldn't be crying, but you have your nice family now. Good luck, and thank you, you are a good friend. Naruto leaned down and hugged the wolf. Yip. The wolf yipped and licked Naruto's face eagerly. He thank you, Naruto said, as he stood up and started walking towards the only exit he saw through the wolves. Good friend, Naruto said sadly, as he started to walk away. While Naruto's back was turned, the wolf looked at him sorrowfully. Then it did it. Bark. The wolf barked at the large black and gray wolf who led the charge. The wolf in discussion simply looked at Wolfie in question. Wolfie licked the wolf's cheek and yipped. Bark. The two wolves were seemingly having a discussion about something, while the other wolves performed a symphony of howls. Then all of a sudden all of the wolves, including Wolfie and the large wolf, howled as loudly as they could to the moon. With Naruto walked sadly back to his cave, spear in hand. I told myself not to get attached, and I still did. Naruto spoke to himself depressingly. Footsteps. Naruto looked up from his feet as he heard that the wolves' howling still permeated the night sky, but the footsteps were loud enough to hear through them. Naruto readied himself for anything. Bark. Naruto spun around when he saw his companion sprinting towards him. Wolfie? Naruto asked curiously. Bark. Oh, you have your family now? Naruto asked confusingly. Bark. Bark. You want to stay with me? Naruto asked hopefully. The wolf simply yipped in response. Really, eh? Naruto jumped for joy. Naruto landed and picked up the medium-sized pure white wolf and spun around in joy. The wolf simply yipped in agreement. Now I'm gonna need a real name now. Wolfie is too childish and not good enough for an epic wolf like you. The wolf yipped in response once again. I got it. I'll call you. And so companions were created. They were both happy and listened to the symphony of wolves' night. Thanks for watching my video. Leave a like if you enjoyed my video, and also do consider subscribing to my channel for more awesome content. And make sure to check out the author of this fanfic. Link is in the description. See you next time. Till then, sayonara.